So when we presented a lot of these challenges at a recent top dealer meeting for a large manufacturer, after we kind of presented these challenges, most of them were actually pretty depressed because they said, how am I going to get all of this done? The good news is that because we've been in this marketplace a while and understand a lot of the challenges that both the corporations and their downstream distribution channels have, we've actually developed and have in market a technology solution that we're calling Connexus that solves all of the things that we talked about in order to help corporations help their downstream organizations more effectively manage leads, setting those into appointments, and frankly getting those to ultimately convert into sales. Jeff?
Yeah, so really what we learned here is that when you have enough questions come in and you have enough clients that have the same requests, you need to find a way to scale it, and you need to find a way to standardize the way that you do this. So we built a platform in order to help us manage the way that we develop, the relationships with our clients and the way that we put out marketing for them. And as a result, Connexus was born. And Connexus is something that it can power all of these things on this chart that you see here, or only some of them. But it is sort of a centralized brain for how you can handle marketing. So what you get out of the box is things like optimized web pages. We have taken painstaking detail to make sure that from a technical standpoint, these are the most search friendly and well coded websites that you can have. It ends up creating a great option for you to drive your paid search marketing to this, because it is such a because of the quality of the pages that we put out there, allows you to have great quality scores for your website and drive a lot of paid search marketing there. Things like conversion tracking with the search engines is built in out of the box. Integration with Google Analytics. All these different things that need to happen on a website are built in there. It's local search friendly. It connects with things like social media and channels that you have. And then there's a reporting capability built into it. And it even integrates with things like a contact center.
Right. So the net of what we're trying to do is where most companies are really still focused on the left, as we talked about from a previous slide in the example that we were using at the outset of this about window replacement. Connexus allows us to help facilitate a larger funnel by which you can get more people attracted to your brand, because we make each of these platforms that we're doing is specific to a company. So you're helping both you and your downstream channels to actually capture more leads, attract more of them, engage more of them, and ultimately get more conversion. And we're going to look at some potential ROI numbers here in a minute. Here's just a pictorial of what this might look like. So you have Connexus over on the left. You can see that here's a paid ad that's being run by Marvin as an example, and it's driving to a specific page that's talking replacement windows because somebody's looking for replacement windows. Yet at the same time, on the right, there's an organic listing that happens to be talking to a specific dealer in Cleveland. And this same platform can accommodate both paid spend and organic spend and have them ranked high. And regardless of whether it's any of those channels, we're collecting that information in a database and either sending it to the call center of choice that the company has, or to a call center that we have, to make sure those leads are facilitated to the right place in near real time. And here's just an example of how this would work. So somebody types in replacement windows Cleveland. It connects to Connexus. Connexus has website page templates, and we now have a keyword string that matches that, replacement windows Cleveland. It now brings up a specific 800 number, so we know where this actual page is. It brings up an offer. This offer could be a corporate offer, or it could be specific to a dealer. And then it actually brings up the dealer that supports that area. And so the good news here is what you can see on the left, and I'm going to have Jeff talk to this, some of the things that it's actually doing behind the scenes to actually accommodate making this high search engine rankings.
Yeah, the key here is scale, and the key here is to create a template for the things that are common across different areas, but then also to bring some scale by making it data-driven. So, for example, selling replacement windows in Cleveland area is not much different than selling it in Michigan. It's not much different than selling it in Denver. So, a lot of the content's the same, the photos look the same, but the difference is that if somebody's looking for that information in the city of Cleveland, they're going to need you to they're going to want to see something that says that you're local. So adding the dealer information there that's local, adding either an 800 number or a local number for somebody to call them, those types of elements are what develops trust. And when something is trusted, that's what Google decides is going to be the page that ranks highly for that area. And our platform is really built to do that, to take content that might be unique to your business, and then also to spin it to the point where it's available in all the different geographic areas and makes you rank on a national level for local terms.
Great. And so when we talk about this, really at the back end of this, what excites both the downstream distribution dealer franchise channel and also excites the corporate locations is now all of a sudden you have both centralized reporting from a corporate perspective, meaning how many leads are being driven to each marketplace, specifically to each dealer by the online source, as well as if you actually can tie it back to the dealer, you can actually, if you get response back from the dealer, you can actually find out what sort of close rates they're actually achieving by location from an online perspective. So dealers like it, distribution channels like it because they're actually getting more lead flow. Corporations like it because they have a better handle on how well their online marketing spend is working on behalf of the company. So in summary, on Connexus as a complete platform, where you look off on the left, you have a searcher that's a consumer homeowner looking for something online. They're going to find us, whether it's paid search or organic search or social media. They're going to land up on a page, and these pages can be unique to a specific dealer. So over on the right, you can see that this happens to be Window Pro. Whatever dealer was in that area, their logo would show up here, or it would be a 1-800 number if you don't have a dealer in that area. We're going to take that call, or that call is going to be sent to a centralized location, and hopefully that prospect, that business will place an order, and then we'll close loop the process. We're going to measure it, and we're going to continue to fine tune it on behalf of both the dealer and the company to continue to increase ROI. So let's talk about, from an ROI perspective, why would you do this? The net of it is this, is that a typical website for some of the corporations that we've looked at are about 100 pages. Annually, they're getting 100,000 visits. If they have, which is on average a 2% conversion rate, and then sent those to dealers, dealers set 75% of those into appointments and had a 30% close rate. From a website perspective, this corporation ended up helping their dealer channel or their downstream distribution channel with 450 sales for the years. Actually, most of the heavy lifting was still done by the local channel. But when you implement Connexus, the number of pages that you're going to get that are relevant to every keyword can go from 500 to 1,000 plus pages. So the website visits, by default, because they're matching more relevant search terms, will increase by 5 times or more. We're going to get higher conversion rates because they're more relevant pages and we have more lead capture forms available to them to actually incite them with offers that will make them convert. With the same set rates and the same close rates, you're going to end up with 2,925 more deals over a given year at a 5,000 average sale price for this specific company, which amounts to 14 million in new sales that they didn't have by using the old model. So definitely a huge ROI advantage here for companies, and if you connect the dots, a huge upside for companies that would be interested in considering this approach.
Yeah, and we've found that clients who use this approach and who are truly grasping the online area, they can take online leads from anywhere between 5% of their overall sales up to, we like to shoot for 30% of your overall sales could come from online if you do implement these best practices.
Right, and we have many clients where we've actually been able to achieve that in several areas. A couple more slides. So the benefits of Connexus: broadens the universe, capture more leads when they're looking for a solution, helps these targeted pages that match relevant keywords that searchers are looking for, and then putting the right offers and the right forms in front of them to entice conversion. Hand those leads off to sales at the right time, so those that aren't ready to convert, that we can actually continue to nurture them through either phone calls or email marketing. And then evaluate the leads with a closed-loop marketing. So the ones that are having higher conversion rates based on keyword searches, we can actually elevate the spend in those areas to actually get most or more of those leads, And through this whole process, the good news about online marketing, there's a lot of data, is we maintain data quality, so you can measure what you're doing and make sure that those leads are getting to the right channels, and then measuring back, are you getting a return on your investment? How this framework works, really Connexus is just part of the process. That's the technology platform we're talking about, but on top of that we really have our 3D business strategy that helps match what you're trying to accomplish in your marketplace. And then we have some managed services under this, and like Jeff talked about earlier, there's many elements to the Connexus platform. You can turn on as few or as many of these that you would like to employ as part of your deployment, and then 3D helps manage this process from an ongoing perspective to help support your business initiatives.
And I think the key here is that the business strategy is both a combination of what your business is looking to achieve in some of your overall initiatives, and then using our expertise and our platform to help understand how that business strategy fits onto the web, and then to have a best practices out of the box machine, which is Connexus, to get you there. And then the managed services part is something where a lot of times our agency will help you manage those services as well to get that done.
In two of the industries, we're focused on 4 industries. The 2 that are really near term, and we already have clients in that marketplace, are home services and franchises. And so if that's something you would be interested in pursuing, we could talk about that. From a home improvement vertical, you can see that we have some clients here that are both dealers or have large networks. We're actually deploying this with manufacturers that are interested in supporting their downstream dealer network. And some of these brands I think you would recognize if you happen to be in the home improvement vertical. Here's some client quotes, and again we'll send this presentation out if you're interested, so you can look through this in detail, but we have some very satisfied clients in this space with high return on investments. And one of the things that we wanted to offer out of this, for those of you that are on the phone, we might not be able to accommodate everybody, but if you're interested, we do have a 5-step online audit that we perform on your behalf, which talks about some of these key challenges, and we actually measure how well you're doing relative to these. So around website usability and structure, around paid search marketing, around local search, around social media, and then immediate follow-up. What we ask in return for us doing this on your behalf, it takes us 2 to 5 business days to get this done, depending on our other workload that we have. If we do complete this audit for you, that you would give us 30 minutes of your time so we could review it with you and talk about how this would map to some of the business challenges you may face from an online perspective. If you are interested, you can send us an email at sales@3dmarketing.com, and we will do our best to try to facilitate your request. So here's a little bit about 3D. I know we're running out of time, so I'll be quick here, but we do have strategic services, interactive services, search engine marketing, and technology services. We're based here in St. Paul, Minnesota, and have over 30 people. We have some nice certifications from Google and others. We have a contact center for those of you that would need a contact center and don't have one yourself. We manage a lot of other people's money on their behalf, and that's paid spend number is going higher, so companies are getting a good return by using 3D to help invest their dollars. We also do a lot of database marketing for clients. We also do email, which we haven't really talked about here, and we have both Fortune 100 and mid-sized clients, and like we talked about, some nice certifications from Google. In the news, we're part of the Inc. 5000, and last year we were awarded one of the best places to work here in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. And that's kind of the end of our presentation. So again, I want to say thank you for your time. Please respond back to sales@3dmarketing.com if you'd be interested in having a further discussion. And we look forward to hopefully seeing you online again soon. Thank you.
Thank you.